Hello! This video provides updates and tutorials for various processes associated with musical instrument inventory. This video is aligned with the Musical Instrument Inventory Policies and Procedures Manual. Please consult that document in this course or in the BCPS Music Teachers group in Schoology. These tutorials will be helpful to anyone who has a stake in maintaining inventory, including instrumental music teachers, department chairs or team leaders, and building levels including principals and assistant principals. Let's start with a couple of updates for the 2023-24 school year. There are 3 updates to inventory processes to share for the coming school year. First, the Office of Performing Arts has implemented an electronic submission process for inventory verification that replaces paper submission of forms through inter-office mail. A tutorial video that overviews that process immediately follows this update. Next is a paperless submission process for instruments that are beyond repair or lost stolen. The final update is specific language for personal teacher or student instruments damaged on BCPS property due to flooding or mold. Consult the Policies and Procedures Manual for more information. Questions regarding the musical instrument inventory process may be directed to Brian Schneckenberger, Music and Dance Supervisor. Thank you for your efforts to maintain an accurate inventory. Hello! Beginning last academic year, the Office of Performing Arts implemented an electronic submission process for inventory documents that replaced the process where paper documents were sent through inter-office mail. This process has proven more efficient in expediting the submission of inventory verification forms and removal of instruments from inventory if they are lost, stolen, or beyond repair. Verification of instrument inventory takes place twice a year, in October and June. The Office of Performing Arts accepts upload of instrument verifications through a Google form. This form asks for your name, school, and BCPS email address. Simply complete the form and upload your verification. Please note that this form only accepts PDF documents and that you will need to complete one form submission for each school at which you teach. The Office of Performing Arts accepts electronic submissions for removal of band and orchestra instruments from the inventory system through a Google form. The use of this form has made this process more efficient and has eliminated the need to send paperwork through inter-office mail. A link to the form may be found in the Inventory Schoology course or in the BCPS Music Teachers group in Schoology. Note that this form is set up to handle submissions for instruments that are either lost, stolen, or beyond repair. Here are the steps to upload your removal documents. First, complete all necessary steps in the processes for lost, stolen, or beyond repair, including documents and report numbers such as the Baltimore County Police report number needed for lost or stolen instruments. After you have collected your documents, scan and combine them into one PDF file, upload the file into the form, and press Submit. You will receive an email confirmation of your upload for your records. Once requests are processed, you will receive an email update from Brian Schneckenberger. Here is a screenshot of where these forms live in the BCPS Music Teachers Schoology group. Under the Resources tab, scroll to the purple folder entitled Instrument Inventory. Links to the forms are at the very top of the folder as pictured here. This has been a brief tutorial that has provided an overview of the new submission processes for removal of instruments and instrument verification. If you have questions, please contact me at any time using the information above. Thank you for your efforts to maintain an accurate inventory. Hello! This presentation is a quick tutorial that outlines the procedures for entering an instrument received at your school into the inventory system. Additional details may be found in the Instrument Inventory Policies and Procedures document found in this course or in the Inventory section of the BCPS Music Teachers group. The next 3 slides outline the process to add and document new instruments in your inventory. If you are new to Baltimore County Public Schools, please assure that you have set up a username and password in the system and that your school's inventory has been assigned to you. This is also something that you should check if you transferred schools in BCPS at the end of last school year. Your inventory needs to be assigned by staff from the Office of Performing Arts. Brian Schneckenberger serves as the point of contact for inventory. If you need assistance in this process, please contact me as soon as possible. The next slides outline the process to enter a new instrument received at the school. All of these steps should occur within 1 week of the receipt of the instrument. First, upon receipt at the school, staff must sign for the delivery. The package is to be opened only by the instrumental music teacher. Second, inspect the instrument for potential damage during shipping. If the instrument was damaged, contact the vendor immediately. Fourth, engrave the instrument with Bebco within a week of receipt. Next, mark the instrument case with Bebco and the serial number. The slide contains 2 examples. It's best to write directly on the case with a metallic Sharpie so that the numbers do not wear off. The numbers should be displayed prominently on the front of the case. Note the ways that the case is marked in the pictures here. There's information by the handle to the case as well as on the outward facing part of the case. If the instrument does not have a serial number, the teacher will create a unique 6-digit serial number and engrave it on the instrument. Next, add the instrument to the BCPS Instrument Inventory Management System. With Step 7, you will need the following information. First, select the correct code for the instrument. Codes are located in the Policies and Procedures Manual, and copies of codes may also be found in this course as well as in the BCPS Music Teachers group under Inventory. Next, enter the correct serial number for the instrument. If you make a mistake, email Brian Schneckenberger with what you entered, the correct number, and a photo of the correct serial number on the instrument. You'll need the current year's replacement cost from the Policies and Procedures Manual. Replacement costs are found in the document and may also be found in this course as well as in the BCPS Music Teachers group. You'll need the vendor name. For many of you, it will be Washington Music. For donated instruments, use the comment section to indicate if the instrument was donated, if a student abandoned it, or some other thing. Finally, to loan the instrument to the student, you will need a completed instrument loan agreement on file. For the student loan agreement, all applicable signatures need to be on the form. Forms should be kept in a binder in some sort of order that you may easily access information in the event of a visit from the audit's office or from the Office of Performing Arts. The next few slides show how to add the instrument through the inventory system. To get started, you will need to navigate to the logon page in the system at soloandensemble.org/BCPS. Here, you will enter your BCPS email address and password. Note, your password, which you set, may be different than your password to other BCPS systems such as email. Please store your sensitive information in a place where you may easily access it. If you need assistance with setting up your account in the inventory system, the inventory course in Schoology contains step-by-step instructions on how to set up your profile. Once you correctly enter information, you'll be taken to the main screen. Here is what your main screen will look like. Note that if you are assigned to multiple schools, all of your school's listings will appear here, so you will need to sort out the school that you are trying to work with in the lower left corner of the screen. To add instruments, click on the plus Add to Inventory button circled in red here. Here is the window that will pop up when you click the Add to Inventory button. Take note of the items listed on the slide. You'll need the information listed on this slide to successfully enter the new instruments. If you are entering an instrument that was donated to your school, you may indicate that an instrument was donated under Vendor. An administrative tool that is frequently overlooked is the ability to assign instruments in the comments section, along with the location of the instruments. If you only had one instrument to add, click Save. If you have another to add, you may save and add more. Note, if you make an error in entry and notice it after you click Save, you will need to email Brian Schneckenberger with the correct information, and you will need to correct the information. This has been a quick tutorial on adding an instrument to your inventory. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact me at any time using the information above. Thank you for your part in maintaining an accurate inventory. Hello! In this presentation, you will learn about the process for transferring instruments between schools. Teachers commonly loan or borrow instruments with colleagues from other schools to support their programs and address critical needs. A couple of quick notes before we get started. First, if an instrument leaves a school building, a transfer must be completed. You can log on to the system at soloandensemble.org/BCPS. To get started, you will need to log in. Note, your password may be different than your password to other BCPS systems such as email. Once you correctly enter your information, you will be taken to the main screen. Here is what your main screen will look like. Note that if you are assigned to multiple schools, all of your school's listings will appear here, so you will need to sort out the school with which you're trying to work. To initiate a transfer, click on the green plus sign to the left of your school name. This symbol is circled in red on the graphic above. This will cause several fields to appear, including information regarding the transfer history and location of the instrument, as well as any comments. Look for the field labeled Transfer Instrument. On this graphic, it is the third field from the top and is circled in red. In this field, you will see that your school name is fixed, as well as information about the instrument that you are transferring. Please assure that the information matches the instrument that you want to transfer. An errant transfer will cost a colleague time to go back into the system and transfer it back to you. To transfer the instrument, carefully select the school to which the instrument will be transferred. To do so, click on the drop-down menu circled in red above. Scroll through the menu and click on the school that you have selected. Use the comment field to indicate a timeline for return of the instrument. For example, see the message typed in the comment field above. When you're done entering your comment, press the Save button at the bottom. When this function is completed, the instrument will no longer show on your visible inventory, but will instead show on the inventory of the school to which you transferred it. Note, be sure that the teacher who is borrowing the instrument returns it at the end of the school year, both physically and via the inventory system. Be sure to do this as part of your end-of-year inventory verification process. This has been a brief tutorial on transferring instruments between schools. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact me at any time using the information above. Thank you for your part in maintaining an accurate inventory. Hello! In this presentation, you will learn about the processes for reporting instruments lost or stolen and having those instruments removed from your visible inventory. Instruments, for various reasons, go missing from schools and homes, and the Office of Performing Arts has a well-defined process for handling such cases. This slide and the next outline the process for instruments lost by students. Of course, constant, consistent contact and relationship building with parents and students becomes key in situations like these. Note that, with lost and stolen instruments, it is imperative that you turn all required documentation into the Office of Performing Arts. We are not able to remove your instruments without all of the paperwork, and this instrument could end up staying on your inventory when it is not there. First, report the lost instrument to a school administrator immediately. The administrator then completes and submits a copy of the BCPS Property Loss Damage Report to the Office of Risk Management. Note that, on the loss damage report, there is a question that asks about whether police were contacted. One necessary component of having the instrument removed is your principal's reporting a lost or stolen instrument to the Baltimore County Police Department. School resource officers are no longer involved in taking these reports. A copy of the incident number and officer's name should be included on the loss damage report and lost stolen form. Next, the teacher completes and the administrator signs the remove from inventory lost stolen form along with a copy of the property loss damage report and sends via upload to the Office of Performing Arts. The next step in the process, after the necessary reports have been filed with Risk Management and Baltimore County Police, is to complete the lost stolen form. In the event that multiple instruments are stolen, you may file police and loss damage reports for multiple instruments with Risk Management and BCPD, but you will need to complete one lost stolen form for each individual instrument that you want removed from the system. Next, be sure to retain a copy of all records associated with any time you file an instrument removal request with the Office of Performing Arts. This will allow you a backup copy in the unforeseen event that your paperwork is misplaced. Our office makes every attempt to handle requests in a timely manner and will always notify you to changes to your inventory via email, including whether more supporting paperwork is needed to complete your request. Next, contact the caregiver in order to discuss replacement of the instrument in accordance with the signed instrument loan agreement. See the instrument replacement costs in the Policies and Procedures Manual. If contact with the caregiver about replacing the instrument is unsuccessful, inform your principal and ask them to send a written letter to the caregiver asking for the instrument to be replaced. A sample letter is located in the BCPS Music Teachers group under Inventory. The policy for stolen instruments is identical to that of a lost instrument. First, the administrator completes the BCPS Property Loss Damage form and sends to the Office of Risk Management. They then contact the Baltimore County Police Department to file a police report. Note here again that school resource officers are not able to complete this process. They then complete and submit the remove from inventory lost stolen form to the Office of Performing Arts along with the lost damage form and police report. And again, please retain copies of all forms for your records. Note that in each of the cases for lost or stolen instruments, you will need to provide a police report number to complete the removal of the instrument from your inventory. This has been a quick tutorial on dealing with lost or stolen instruments. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact me at any time using the information above. Thank you for your part in maintaining an accurate inventory. Hello, this presentation is a quick tutorial that outlines the procedures for removal of an instrument from your inventory for being beyond repair. Additional details may be found in the Instrument Inventory Policies and Procedures document found in this course or in the Inventory section of the BCPS Music Teachers Group in Schoology. First, here are a few common notices that you will receive from your repair vendor or from BCPS. The form on the left is from Menchie Music, and the one on the right is from Music and Arts. In each case, they indicate that no repairs have been made and that the instrument is beyond repair. Save this documentation. The third will also come through your repair vendor. Note that instruments that are to be replaced by BCPS will not need to be entered in the request forms in Schoology. These instruments will be ordered so that the replacements will be ready for students to use at the start of the school year. The next few slides outline the process for having instruments that have been assessed as beyond repair removed from your inventory. First, obtain documentation from your repair vendor, such as the documents on the previous slide stating that the instrument is beyond repair. The documents also may state that it is time to retire the instrument or something similar. You'll then complete and upload the Remove from Inventory Beyond Repair form pictured here, along with your documentation. The next step is to draft a transfer requisition to have the instrument moved to our warehouse for disposal. Your front office secretary will know where to find this form. Be sure to completely fill out the form and send the unsigned form along with the Remove from Inventory Beyond Repair form to the Office of Performing Arts for processing. The office will provide updates regarding the status of instruments and contact you to arrange for pickup once the paperwork is approved. In an attempt to streamline processes and create less work for teachers, the Office of Performing Arts is reviewing instrument repairs closely to determine the long-term cost of replacing an instrument versus approving a seemingly minor repair that will chronically need to be fixed. The age of the instrument is also considered in this process. So you'll follow the same process as beyond repair. Enclose paperwork from your vendor showing this decision as denied BCPS will replace. Instruments will be ordered automatically without your need to file the instrument request form. This has been a quick tutorial on dealing with instruments that are beyond repair. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact me at any time using the information above. Thank you for your part in maintaining an accurate inventory. Hello, this presentation is a quick tutorial that outlines the procedures in the event of flooding or mold that affects your instrument inventory. Additional details may be found in the Instrument Inventory Policies and Procedures document found in this course or in the Inventory section of the BCPS Music Teachers Group. This slide and the next outline the process for reporting and recuperating losses caused by flooding. Following these steps will keep you informed about developments and allow you to expedite replacement and repair of any affected instrument. First, notify Building Administration and the Office of Performing Arts immediately. Next, take photographs of the damaged instruments and their surroundings. The administrator will inform the Office of Risk Management of the loss and determine next steps. Upon approval from your building administrator, send the affected instruments to your designated repair vendor to get an estimate for repairs and to determine whether some instruments are beyond repair and in need of replacement. There is usually some lag time between when the event occurs and when you send your instruments for estimates. Be sure to communicate with your vendor to let them know that your instruments will be coming. Next, submit these estimates to your building administrator, who will send these, along with other estimates, to the Office of Risk Management. Next, through the claims process, Facilities Management will provide funding for repairs and replacements. It's important to know where the funding for the repairs and replacements went, so you will need to provide invoices to the source for payment purposes. Funds may be dispersed to schools, the Office of Performing Arts, or may be handled directly by the Office of Facilities Management. It is important to know about this part of the process because your school could be made financially responsible if invoices are not submitted to the proper office. On rare occasion, a student or teacher's personal instrument may become damaged due to a flood or mold incident at a school. If that type of damage occurs, contact Brian Schneckenberger immediately to inform him of the damage. While a larger claim will be filed to cover school-owned instruments, supplies, and equipment, personal instrument damages due to flood or mold will be handled on a case-by-case basis and directly with the affected person. This slide includes some suggestions to mitigate damage to personal instruments due to mold or flood. Assure that storage areas are secure and free of mold or moisture. Assure that instruments are stored securely. Last, take instruments home during breaks. Students should be practicing anyway. This was a brief overview of the process for dealing with instruments that have been damaged in a flood or by mold. This was the final presentation of this series. These tutorials, taken together, create a foundation for the use of the BCPS inventory management system for musical instruments. If you have additional questions, please feel free to contact me at any time using the information above. Thank you for your part in maintaining an accurate inventory.